Thanks for staying with us for our Mercy Health Final Challenge. Same rules as round one, contestants, except every question now is worth 20 points, and that could be very important. Belvedere North has 230, Christian Life has 60. This is a buzz-in. Remember, two most important rules. Wait for me to call your name and say your answer loud and clear into the microphone. Here is our first question in the final challenge this week. The Camp Funston Army Base experienced an early outbreak of what disease? Tom?
Spanish flu.
That is right. Killed up to 3% of the world's population in 1918 and 1919. Also, there was an outbreak at Rockford's Camp Grant at that time. 20 points. First points of the round go to Belvedere North. Here's a new question. What economist served as ambassador to India under John F. Kennedy and coined the term conventional wisdom in his 1958 book, The Affluent Society? Tom?
Keynes.
Incorrect. Christian Life, you have a chance for these 20 points. This man actually received 2 Presidential Medals of Freedom in 1946 and 2000. John Kenneth Galbraith. New question, teams. What organelle, which is believed to have evolved from an alpha proteobacterium, contains a dense inner matrix and produces most of a eukaryote's ATP? Scotty?
Mitochondria.
That's right, known as the cell's power plant. That's 20 more points. W.W. Jacobs wrote what short story in which a cursed animal appendage seems to cause the death, resurrection, and subsequent death of Herbert White? Tom?
The rabbit's foot.
Incorrect. Christian Life? The moral of the story, be careful what you wish for. That appendage was a monkey's paw. What man who represented Kansas's 4th District until 2017 was replaced by Gina Haspel as CIA director and in 2018 became Secretary of State? Tom?
Pompeo.
That is right. Mike Pompeo, you got that right before the buzzer, and that's 20 more points. What pass, which was closed several times to thwart the Taliban, cuts through the Spingar Mountains? Tom?
Khyber.
That's right, to connect Pakistan and Afghanistan. That's 20 more. What Greek god, who was raised by the Telchines on Rhodes, lost a competition to become the patron god of Athens to Athena? Logan?
Poseidon.
That's right, but he was the god of the sea as well, Poseidon, and those are 20 points for Christian Life. What rule, named for a German physicist, states that when orbitals have equal energies, each one will... Tom?
Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Incorrect. I'll finish for Christian Life. Each one will get 1 electron before any of them get a second. That's a tough one. Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. And that's all the time we have for the round and for the game. With the highest point total so far this season, Belvedere North is moving on with 310 points. You will face Morrison in the second round. Christian Life, it was a tough start, and they were a tough team to face up against in your first round. Who are the seniors? Raise your hands. Time for a senior send-off. So no seniors on Christian Life. All right, I'm committing right now on television. I'm committing you all to come back next season. Is that a deal? All right, deal. A round of applause. Was there a round of applause for them? Right. And again, round of applause for Belvedere North. Nice job. We will see you again in the second round and hope to see you next week for our match between Oregon and Boylan.